Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I am here to tell you about a couple of things, including a new Ultrapro product, and it really seems like they've been listening to me, and I am absolutely delighted. Now, for a little while now, Ultrapro have been producing products which, to be blunt, just haven't been good. And I've seen them recently selling off at a whole bunch of places, being sold well below RRP, and that doesn't surprise me, because they're just not good. They're just really not good. So we had the Seaside ones a little while ago, and I made this point at the time, the Ultrapro Seaside set, it's literally like, if you look at the playmat here, it's literally just the stock Kensugamori images of Lapras, Gyarados, and Magikarp on a generic beach background. It's not good. It is really not good, and I said it at the time, and I did tell you that there was almost certainly, business law teacher kicking in here, there was almost certainly something in the contract which meant they could only use the stock images, but I really thought they could do better. Well, we had a couple of others, including the Enchanted Glade, and with the Enchanted Glade, they didn't do better. We've got stock images of Galarian Rapidash, and Clefairy, and Jigglypuff, and Togepi, and Swirlix, but that's it. Just on a generic Glade background. It's not good. But ladies and gentlemen, Ultrapro have gone and revealed another product, or series of products, which still uses stock images, but this is what I've been saying all along. Now, it is apparently called the First Partner Accessory Bundle, and look at the playmat. Once again, there is nothing on here other than stock images. You have got the stock Kensugamori artwork of the First Partner Pokemon, but you've got all of them in Pokedex order, starting from Bulbasaur and finishing off with Sobble, all 8 generations, and then you've got the energy symbols with the trading card game logo in the top corner, but what they've done is every so often they have gone and taken it from a grey energy symbol to a coloured energy symbol, although I will say with my colour blindness, the coloured metal energy symbols are, shall we say, subtle. And then they are all coloured the appropriate colour. And this is the kind of thing I have been talking about all the way along. Every time I've called out Ultrapro for making lazy products and products that just are not particularly good, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. I am fully aware that there is almost certainly something in their contract which prohibits them from doing stuff like, a recent set that came out over in Japan was the Gloria and Victor playmat set, which is absolutely amazing and brilliant and awesome. And that is the kind of thing to get really, really excited about. I told you a little while ago about the Offshot range. Here's the playmat of that one. And incidentally, I told you that this was like the best products I've seen in years. And I got a bunch of people being like, boo, stop clickbaiting. I then stayed up till 2:30 in the morning, despite the fact I was genuinely really ill, so that I could order these off the Japanese Pokemon Center, getting them shipped to a proxy address and then forwarded on to me, because I really do think they are the best products we've seen in years. And when I tell you that stuff in videos, I'm not lying or exaggerating or clickbaiting or any of that. I literally stayed up till 2:30 in the morning while ill ordering that stuff, and I had to, because by the time I actually got woken up by my kids at like 7 in the morning, they were long sold out. And although this new Ultrapro stuff isn't on that level, it is so much better than the recent stuff they've been doing, and I love it. We've also got a set of sleeves, which is just the energy symbols, and I believe they've taken exactly one of each type and gone and coloured it in the appropriate colour. I love these sleeves. These are really cool sleeves. I know some people, I've already heard some people say that they would like this design better if they took off the stock images of the first partner Pokemon. Well, on the sleeves they totally did, and they look awesome. There's then a very long box there to store everything in, which again features your same stock images of the first partner Pokemon. And given that there's 4 generations on the front, I'm just going to go ahead and make a pretty easy prediction here that the other 4 generations are found on the back. And then we got a deck box there, which seems to have the generations going all the way around it. And shout out to the dividers, because the dividers are, again, they're just the energy symbols, but that seems to be the one part of the product where they have, I think they've coloured in all of them. Nah, not everyone. There are a few literally that border the Pokemon trading card game logo which aren't coloured in. Also at the bottom where they've got the copyright information, and at the side where they've got the Ultrapro logo, they are greyed out. But outside of where there's other stuff on there, they are all coloured in. And this is cool. This is really cool. Now, it is actually being released as a bundle. There is a storage box that holds 700 plus cards, a full view deck box of a matching card divider, 65 sleeves, and I've said this before and I'll say it many times again, I love this. Because we have 60 card decks. And if you buy a pack of 60 sleeves, and I've seen plenty that are sold as a pack of 60, the second you break one sleeve, it's over. And that's rubbish. Here, when you break 6 sleeves, the sleeves become useless. And honestly, right, by the time you've broken 6 sleeves, you need a new set of sleeves. Things are not going as well as they might like. Now, we don't have a placeholder date at the moment. The lovely Primal Lugia of Poker Guardian thinks it's planned for Q2 or 3 of this year, which honestly does sound about right. And although we don't have a price for it, the lovely Primal Lugia, who remains both lovely and awesome, and a brilliant person to dig out information, has gone and found the Teferi accessories bundle for Magic the Gathering, which seems to be, although not exactly the same, it comes with a notepad and stuff. That is on the Ultrapro website for $47. This is not exactly the same as that. It does not have exactly the same contents, but you've got to think that, you know, when businesses do this, a little peek behind the curtain here, essentially one of the things businesses do is they try and determine the maximum amount of money that people will pay for a bundle like this, and then they put that bundle together. So this Teferi accessories bundle, essentially what Ultrapro have done is gone, right, we reckon that big Magic the Gathering fans will pay around $50 for a cool bundle. So let's put a bundle together which is less than $50, $3 less, but still. And then we reckon that we can sell a decent amount of those. So even though it's not the exact same content, there is a very good chance that what Ultrapro have decided is that decent fans, you know, pretty big fans, will pay around $50. So they're putting together bundles which are a little bit cheaper. That is roughly what I would expect this to come in as. Although, let's be perfectly clear, that is a prediction. That is not confirmed. That is very, very important. So good on Ultrapro for making much cooler products. This makes me rather happy. Another thing which isn't really news, but I've had a bunch of messages from people that have seen it in the wild, so maybe it kind of is, I don't know. But the Pokemon Center over in Singapore, in the very near future, are going to be selling this set of the Forces of Nature trio, where you do get the 3 of them, I believe, with a different holo pattern, and then you get the Eevee coin and you get a couple of booster packs. From the stock image there, you've got 1 Fusion Strike and 1 Vivid Voltage. Now, I did actually show you this there a little while back, a few days ago, a week or so. It had been spotted out in the wild. I have since had a bunch of messages from people telling me that they have actually found this out and about, which is really cool. Shout out to SL Shinchan, who did send me this news. I'd seen it before, but they sent me the news, and I very much appreciate them taking the time to do so. So that was really cool of them. And a few other people did message tell me they'd seen it in the US. This has been seen in the US quite a bit. A bunch of people have found it out and about. It is now having been spotted in Singapore. It's fair to assume we might see it in other places. As it stands at the moment, I've not seen it anywhere in Europe. So I'm not suggesting there will be a European release. I'm not saying there won't be a European release, incidentally. I'm just saying that as it stands at the moment, we have no reason to believe there will be a European release. This is something to keep a little bit of an eye on. And just as a fun little side note before we finish here, the lovely Pokeguardian has gone and found the names of brilliant stars in all of the different languages. So you're going to have to forgive my pronunciations here. But I figure, you can all have a laugh at how badly I read them. So in French, it is Stars Etinceliantes. Sorry. In German, it is Strahlen Sterne. In Italian, it is Astri Lucenti. In Spanish, it is Astros Brillantes. And in Brazilian Portuguese, it is Astros Cintillantes. There we go. That's the name if you live elsewhere and are getting your cards in other languages. It's not a particularly huge news story, I'll be perfectly honest with you. But hey, we had a couple minutes at the end of this video. We had some time to throw in some cool little facts. And it's one of those things, although it's not a huge news story, when I saw that the names of the different regions of this set were out there, I was like, that's really kind of cool, I like that. So I thought this was a nice excuse to share it with you. I was never going to make a 10-minute video just about the different names, but popping it in on the end of this one when we had a bit of time, oh my word, we'll do that. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know. That's the news for today. Now I want to hear from you guys. How much better do you think this Ultra Pro bundle is than normal? Is it enough to convince you to go out and buy it? What do you think about that Forces of Nature trio blister thing? And are there any other names for Brilliant Stars which you think are better than Brilliant Stars? I generally tend to like the Spanish name, but I always like the Spanish name, so that's maybe not a fair comparison. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.